Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. We're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot for your reading. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, then it's not your reading. Don't try to make it fit. That's a bit painful. Don't try to do that. If it doesn't sound like it's right for you, don't make it fit. Look for another aspect of your natal chart. But if it does fit and it is your story, make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up so we can grow the channel. Thank you. All right. Queen of Cups jumping out. She's made an appearance in every reading we've had today, so I think a lot of you are dealing with someone who's very loved up or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So as the Strength card, interestingly enough. All right. Cards are very jumpy. I like it when the cards are jumpy. Okay. All right, where are we going today? Right, so we have the Chariot, so you definitely could be dealing with a water sign. This is the card of Cancer. So the Chariot is a card that talks about forward movement. Now, it's often a card where you've been in a very stagnant situation. As you can see, the Sphinxes in this particular deck are not moving. In some of the Chariot decks, they're horses. They can be a lot of different animals, really, or a lot of different things. But in this particular one, they are the Sphinxes, which is the traditional tarot, but they're not moving. They're also going in completely opposite directions. So the Chariot always talks about, it's a crossroads, how to move forward and having two options in the direction you go in. But it's very much a card of not really so much about making a decision, but being able to bring both of these creatures into some sort of energy of wanting to travel in the same direction, because you can't obviously go forward with two things traveling in different directions. All right, so we have the King of Cups here. So I feel like very strongly here is you want to move forward with someone. You want to have union with someone, because we can see these things coming into union here. But at the moment, you are both on completely different pages. The King of Cups represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And again, strong Cancer energy coming through on these readings today. This person, as a King of Cups, they are very aware of their own emotions. He doesn't need to put his foot in the water. He knows his own emotions. He doesn't always display them as easily as the Queen of Cups, but he feels very, very deeply. This is someone wanting to make an offer to you here, but you're on different pages, different energies completely. So, oh wow, look at this. Oh, this is so sad. So you have two people who are very much in love with each other, who know that they're destined to be together. They see each other as their divine counterparts. They want to move forward, but they're both on different pages here. There's a new start coming in, interestingly enough. How are they doing it? Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right, somebody now is trying to work out how to get on the same page as someone else. Okay, so if you've been in a situation with a lover, a relationship, a partner, and you haven't been on the same page, you're about to work out how to do that. All right, let's look at it. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords coming through with the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, it's really interesting because I've done the Capricorn reading this morning and I've shuffled the spots off these cards. And yet the cards have quite repeated. So if you're an Aquarius with Capricorn in your chart, I would say to you, you might want to watch the Capricorn reading here. The reason I say that is because it's very, very similar energy. There are two people who are madly in love with each other, who have this incredible depth of love, who really know who each other are. So you know this person is your long-term counterpart. But you can't get on the same page, and that's really difficult here. Really difficult. So somebody is walking away from a situation because you cannot get on the same page. Now, I don't think you've walked yet, but I do believe that you are starting to consider whether this is right for you. But I would say hold your horses, chariot. Something is about to change. So someone's about to have some sort of wake-up call, because the universe is saying here, something has to change. You two are meant to be together. You are right for each other without any doubt whatsoever. Now, if you're not in a relationship yet, and I'm talking future here for you, you could be about to meet someone who you find it very difficult to get on the same page as them. But the universe is saying here, hold fast. This is meant to be. It is a relationship that is built in love, honesty and trust. But for some unknown reason, you're having trouble seeing eye to eye. Why is that? All right, look at this. The Lover's card, followed by the Death card, followed by the King of Swords. You are being asked to take on your higher power here. You are being asked to take on your higher power. There is something that needs to be let go of. You are definitely destined to be together here. This is a relationship that has been brought together by the divine. But something here has to fall away in order for this to move forward. Something has to be let go of, and I feel that you've got the upper hand here. I feel that this is your decision, Aquarius. You have the upper hand. You need to ask yourself what you want in this situation. If it's this relationship that you want, if it's this person you want to be with, and I would say with all the love you have there, it's very, very possible that you want to make this work. The universe is saying to you here, you have the upper hand. You have the power to make this work. But you've got to stand in that power. You've got to stand in your truth. What that means is you have to be true to what you want. You have to be honest. You have to be vulnerable, and you can't fight against it. So this is not about using power against power. This is about being able to stand in your truth rather than your ego. Okay, so you may be wanting to jump into your ego here, and the universe is saying to you, this part of you needs to go. You need to let go of the ego here. Now, that might mean different things to different people, but what they're saying here is sometimes when we're put in a position where we feel we need to defend ourselves, we go straight into the defense. We go straight into that energy of sticking up for ourselves and getting angry. And this is a situation where you have to take a step back and be the more vulnerable one. You don't have to fight for this. It's yours already, okay? You do not have to fight for this situation. This person is already yours. All right, so we have the Page of Swords coming through. 9 of Cups here. And there's a decision here. And I can see the decision. You can't. You're blindfolded. All right, let's have a look. I feel that you're in a little bit of a sticky situation here. I feel that you're really in love with someone. If you're not now, you're about to be. This person is going to be everything to you. We have the Wish card here as well. There needs to be a brand new start. I feel like there's communication here from someone who wants to put in the work and the energy. But something here you're not seeing eye to eye on. Let me just have a look. What is it you're not seeing eye to eye on? All right, 8 of Wands coming through with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And the Eight of Pentacles. What you're not seeing eye to eye on is you're both coming through different perspectives for something. And maybe it's both your ideas of what love should be. I can give you a bit of an example here, which I think is really relevant. I believe that in a relationship there needs to be a healthy level of independence. And when I say that to people sometimes, they get really offended by it because they believe a relationship is being joined at the hip and doing everything together. And I don't believe that's healthy, because if you're not being true to your own independence, then you're not giving of yourself in a relationship. You're becoming the relationship, and that's where it's not healthy. So for a relationship to be healthy, both of you have to remain completely independent in yourself. That doesn't mean you don't love someone. It means that you keep your individuality. You stay true to who you are. But a lot of people get into a relationship and they sell their soul for the relationship, and they become everything to the other person and nothing to themselves. And one day you wake up thinking, who am I now? I can't remember what I like. I can't remember what I like to do. And I've lost track of who I was as a person. So for me, a healthy relationship is maintaining your individuality and your own independence. That means doing your own thing, going out and having fun with your friends, keeping your friendship group healthy, keeping up your hobbies, but having independence. And a lot of people don't like that. They think that the other person needs to give up everything to be with them, because if they're not dedicated to them 100% of the time and with them 24 hours a day, then it's not a relationship. And so many relationships break down because people feel suffocated. Maybe this isn't the situation you're in, but I just want to give you that, because what that says to me is that a lot of people come into relationships with very different ideas of what a relationship looks like. Some people might think it's okay to have multiple partners. Somebody else might want someone to be dedicated only to them. Is that right or wrong? Neither. It's what a person thinks a relationship looks like. And if somebody wants to have multiple relationships and you don't, then it's not the right relationship for you. So if somebody comes into a relationship and says they want to play the field while they're seeing you and it's not what you want, then that communication needs to be very clear. You two have a completely different idea of what a relationship looks like here, and you've got to get on the same page. You both love each other. It's worthwhile doing. Okay, so we have the Temperance card being followed by the Queen of Wands, followed by the Six of Cups. There you go. Beautiful. So there needs to be some sort of balance here in how to take leadership. But neither one of you needs to take leadership over the other person. You both need to lead yourself. You have some sort of childhood conditioning here that is standing in the way of you being able to express yourself and your boundaries. So maybe for this relationship, it is about you having healthy boundaries. So if your person says to you, I love you, but I want to see other people, that is not the wrong thing, but it's not right for you. If a person wants to maintain something in their life that you don't agree with, then because you don't agree with it, it doesn't make it wrong. It makes it something you need to talk about to see if you can work around it. So if your partner, for example, likes to, I'm trying to think of another example, likes to go away every weekend and go out with his mates, and you don't agree with that, then you don't have a relationship with them. You can't change people. You can't change what they're doing, where they're going. You cannot control others. It's their life. So if you start to control, then you are not leading. You are trying to control another person. So best be talking about it and making the decision on whether this person is right for you or not. And like I said, whether they're right or wrong. Actually, I don't think I put the camera down, did I? Sorry. If whether they're right or wrong is irrelevant here. It's your opinion. And I'm not saying any of those things are the case. I'm just saying there is something you are not agreeing on here that needs to be agreed on. But there is a lot of love in this situation. Well, there you go. We have the card of regeneration coming through. I can't believe I didn't put the card down. Unless I put it back up again, which I've done before. 46. Regeneration. And if you think that the relationship can't work if the other person's doing something that you don't like, then you probably have to consider whether it's the right relationship for you or not. You can't change people. But maybe you can come to some sort of equal agreement. Maybe it's a matter of saying, well, how about you go every second weekend? Or how about you do this? But if it's a non-negotiable for you, don't do it. You need to have boundaries. This is about rebirth, second chances and new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. All right, well, I'll leave you with that. Thanks, Aquarius.